All right. We are live. We are live. Everybody, welcome back to the Knuckles Family and Friends presents Nani, a podcast where we discuss anything that's going on in anime culture and news. And oh my god, she so distracted me with the dance moves right there. So everybody, I'm your host Knuckles alongside my partner Crime Otaku. And every time she keeps on dancing, I just can't take myself seriously right there. But we are back. It's been a hot minute. We are on Act
Has been.
19. It's been a hot minute. Lou, how have you been so far? I mean, I know we've been talking, but
Hmm.
I don't think. Well, I think your fans know what you've been up to because you've been streaming every Friday. But I guess for my fans, if I have any fans, that is, how you been this past couple month and a half right
It
there.
has been great. I've been on my streaming game, making sure I take my breaks in between, playing new games, trying to stay up to date, and biggest of all, getting ready for DreamCon. Getting my cosplay set has been taking up all of my free time. That's been my biggest thing as of late.
Mhm. And I know you're working on a secret project, but do you know what other cosplays you plan on doing for DreamCon?
One of them is Eto Yoshimura from Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, speaking of Tokyo Ghoul, how did you feel about that announcement? Because I don't think it was a news that people were expecting.
The thing is that like I didn't want to get my hopes up. I of course was hoping for a reboot, but I honestly didn't think it was just gonna be the exhibition. I thought maybe we'd get like a new OVA or maybe like extra scenes or something. But for it to be an art exhibition and for them to make it like this huge thing, and the fact that it was announced a week prior, anyways, it was like thanks for nothing.
That was he, wasn't it?
It was. I was disappointed. I was disappointed to say the least.
Because you weren't even saying it's gonna be a remake. I think a lot of fans like remake, and I'm just like, yo, y'all better just chill on that right now because y'all are setting yourself up for failure, and now y'all are pissed, sad,
Yeah, I think everyone should have had their expectations a little lower, honestly.
like
Of
you.
course, we all want. No, no, no. Here's the thing. I knew honestly that we probably weren't gonna get the remake that I wanted because it's Tokyo Ghoul. It's only been 10
It's only been
years.
years, yeah. Like to have a remake in 10 years, like at least. Well, I only seen one season of it. I just I don't want to hate on. I just wasn't for me. I mean, I should
Hmm.
probably still finish it, but the way how it ended, could you see a new season? Like, you don't have to spoil it for me, but the way how the last season ended, can there be a continuation, or can it just be like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
can you succeed after how it ended, or no?
I think because it wasn't honest to the manga and there were so many changes, it would have to go through a reboot. Because where it ends is technically where the manga ends, but it's a weird mix of like anime only content and manga content, which is why it's a really confusing like ending.
Mhm.
So I don't think you can necessarily continue on. It would have to go through a reboot.
Mhm. Yeah, 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 reboot in 10 years. I just can't see that happening right there.
Mm-mm.
So it did not end on a good note. Then almost that's what you're sounds. That's what it sounds like right there.
It just if you didn't read the manga, the ending is very confusing because for some reason, like the last 10 minutes of the last episode are very like close to the manga, but it has nothing to do with anything else that you've watched. Like none of it makes sense.
Which is part of the reason why I don't want to watch the rest of it. I'm just to be like, well, what the hell is this? Like, if it's one thing I hate confusing endings or cliffhanger endings. Now, if
Hmm.
it's a cliffhanger for the right reasons, like High School of the Dead, the creator passed away. I can see why we will never get another season of that right there.
Yeah.
But something like what you just said about Tokyo Go, I'm like, well, I don't even want to watch the rest of it because if it ends like that, then what's the point of me even watching it?
No, exactly.
like I said, I thought the first season was okay. Like I thought the main character was a bit of a punk and a turn and a bitch, but he got cool towards the end. And I
Hmm.
know he only gets cooler too. But like I don't know, I just hate having my hopes up, and then it's like it goes down. I'm like, well, I just kind of wasted my time just now. But I think I just have a love anime mentality right there. So I'm like, I'll
Hmm.
probably still watch it, even though my heart's gonna get crushed. But I will say the first season has a fire ass intro. So I will definitely
It
I even downloaded it.
does.
Like I even downloaded. They were playing it Friday at the Friday DreamCon after party right there. They were playing that shit.
Really?
They were, yeah.
I love Unravel. Unravel's such a good song. And the person who sings it, he actually is did the opening for this last season of My Hero. That's
Why
him
is
too.
every time that we record, sometimes there's always like police sirens around outside your apartment building? I'm just like, yo, like we gotta fear for your life at each recording right there. Like I'm afraid you might die.
The thing is, because I live right behind the police station, it really is the safest place ever.
What?
But I always, yeah, I live right next to the police station.
Hey man.
Safest place ever, but loudest place in the world.
So that when you call the police, like, do they take their time? But oh, it's a black girl. Okay, we'll just take our time right now.
Honestly, thankfully, I haven't. Well, no, I did have to call them once when I saved that person out of that
Yeah,
burning
yeah,
house.
that's it. Yeah, yeah,
But
I remember that.
they did take their sweet time. They they probably came within like 30, 20. No, let me not exaggerate. To me, it felt like 30 minutes, but realistically, it was probably like 10 to 15.
They're probably getting donuts.
And there's a Dunkin' Donuts right next to it too. So I
No,
honestly,
no, 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 no. Dunkin' Donuts is done. No, you don't go to Dunkin' Donuts for donuts. No, you no, 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 no. Hell,
in New England, yes, you do.
I guess New England is different, which is why I'll never live there. But anyways, anyways, before we go on to our main topic, this is a black podcast. So what would how black would it be if we're not talking about the newest video that happened on July 4th, the Not Like Us video. And
Standing
let's
like
put it down. Let's
us.
put it down. Kendrick does a concert on Juneteenth, and then releases a Not Like Us video on July 4th.
It was
So,
so hard.
like I was saying for a while, like even after Not Like Us, I was saying that No Vaseline was arguably the best diss record in my opinion because NWA was a group formed by on their own. Like they were
Hmm.
close, they were like brothers, and then Joey Keller or so whatever his name is broke that shit up. So like that was personal. And when Ice Cube dissed them, that it was bad. It was
It was a hard hit.
it was a sick diss, right? So I just thought that was the number one diss because they actually were friends and
Hmm.
brothers. So like it was more of a personal level. Not like us. After what I saw at the pop out concert, and then with this music video, it probably has to be the biggest diss record of all time in terms of like
Drag Drake through the mud.
the impact that it's done. And we were saying that this is gonna be the song of the summer, and it is
Hmm.
right there. And the video right now, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, you had the one guy walking to Kendrick flying backwards, which he was looking like Drake on this one mixtape cover from back in the day. I forgot what that
Yo,
was. You're being on the owl. It says there no OVO holes were hurt in the film of this recording right there. That was bad. You hopscotch on the A minor part. You had the city of Compton singing the song right there. So like pretty much saying like
sing
yeah,
it.
OVO ho, not like us. But the biggest thing for me, right,
Hmm.
which is why this is a big L on Drake's part, when you saw Drake and not Drake, Kendrick and Whitney dancing with the
That
kids
was
right there.
so hard.
That like pretty much saying like, yeah, does that look like a couple that has domestic violence with them? Does that look like a couple that Dave Free was allegedly some with Whitney right there? So like, yeah, your Family Matters song, it looks pretty bad right there. Like that
Well,
was
not
just
only that, that scene, the way that it's shot, it's supposed to make it look like it's like a hidden camera, which
yeah,
is why it makes it even harder. Cause it's like
yeah.
you say that you have somebody on the inside, and look at the inside. Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds
and
so hard. He
I
was
gotta
just as
say,
the dude who was like, your gear, whack. Your clothes, whack. Him dressed as him had me
yes,
screaming.
like oh my god, I forgot about that one too. Like it was bad, and Drake's
Mhm.
ego is definitely hurt right now. Like he'll be fine. He makes too much money. Like his career is gonna be
Mhm.
fine. So people I think are just over exaggerating, but you might not look. You know, people might not look at you the same. I feel like after this beef
Yeah.
because, like I said, you lied about him and now I get it. In beefs, there might be some lies exaggerated here and there, and a couple of lines
Mhm.
right there. But like the biggest thing that all you Drake fans or Drake stands like Maul were saying, "Yeah, Kendrick, you beat your wife and shit like that." Like they look to be fine to me.
They look completely. Whitney looked happy as hell, and she was cutting up too.
Yeah,
She looked happy as hell.
yeah, like like you know what I'm saying, like so yeah, yeah, Dre, you might need to take a break. Like
If I
it's
was Drake, I would not hit up the West Coast for nothing anymore.
I mean, yeah, here's the thing. Like I said, he had an ego. Like he was like, I get more love than you in your city. Like he thought like he was the top. Like he thought he was above the culture. I think that was the problem. He thought
Yeah.
he was above the culture. Nobody's above that shit. Like I
Mm-mm.
thought it was already an issue when he did. Oh yeah, catch the push-ups. He did the push-ups. Get to the push-ups. This song right there. But yeah, bro. Like what I didn't like about Drake was that in that Taylor record, whatever freestyle,
Mm.
he used a AI voice of Tupac, and I love Tupac. I
Like
thought it
that
was
was crazy.
I thought that was foul right there. Like I said, he had
Yeah.
an ego. He got an ego, and his ego's hurt right now. So you know,
It was
like I
just
said,
in
he'll.
bad taste.
It was a bad taste, but like I said, that was disrespectful to the West Coast right there. That's why Kendrick said we're not gonna let anyone disrespect our artists here in the West Coast. So
Exactly.
like I said, man, Drake, he needed to take a break, buddy. I mean, because yeah, I always thought Kendrick was number one in my opinion, but
Hmm.
now what he just did just now was just like he is the best rapper right now in this new culture right now. I can't I don't know how you cannot agree with that. Like unless you're DJ Academics or Maul, which I will know. I think DJ Academics is slowly saying, yeah, I don't think you can recover from this right there.
Yeah, I know, cause I saw cause I don't watch him, but like I always see like
I don't
screen
either.
grabs of him everywhere.
Yeah.
And him watching the live, the concert, his mouth just was just dropped
Wait,
open. There
the
was nothing
concert
negative he
or
could
the
say.
video?
The concert.
Oh, he was hating
There
on the
was
concert. He was hating on that shit.
Oh yeah, no, he was hating, but you could see that there were just moments where he was like, Drake is getting whooped and there's nothing he could say. There was not the one of the things I remember him saying was like, Russell Westbrook, you're never gonna get a
I hated
ring.
that. I
Like,
hated that. That was unnecessary right there.
and it's just
That was
like
unnecessary.
the fact that you have to drag other people and not the person who's actually rapping, the person who created this entire moment, shows that there's really not much you can say. And then when the music video dropped, it was the same thing. You could see that he's just grasping at straws at this point because
Mm-hmm.
he knows, hey man, Kendrick, you can't play with that boy. Like you can't play
We were
with him.
saying that a while ago, man. Like, I think the problem is when Drake mentioned Whitney's name, because Kendrick said, "I don't
Mm-hmm.
hate you," but when you mentioned my wife's name, you kind of fucked up. Like, don't you remember when you mentioned Pusha T's wife in this? Now, granted,
Like be serious.
granted, when you do a diss, you can say whatever you want. Just know the repercussions of what you say, right? So
Exactly.
it's like Drake, if you want to mention Whitney's name, that's fine. But like, just me, you're gonna go into a dark place. Like when you diss Pusha
Mm-hmm.
T's wife, yeah. Pusha made you remind, but like, yeah, don't play on my name right there.
Ever
Kendrick,
again.
they
Like
said no. What Joe Biden said, Joe's like, I pass the baton to Pusha, Pusha passes the baton to Kendrick, and that's how it is right there.
no, the thing is that if Drake would just shut the hell up sometimes, he would have been fine.
Yeah,
He would have
but like
been
I said,
fine.
he had an ego.
Because
I
J.
think
Cole, he checked that ego at the door. He said, heard,
yeah,
I'm a exit stage
I
left.
would. At first, I was disappointed, but the way how to this, when I'm like, okay, yeah, J. Cole, I know why you. I know why you
If I was J. Cole, they're saying that Schoolboy Q was the one that was like, listen, bro, this is more than just rap beef. Kendrick really does not fuck with this man. And J. Cole said, oh, copy. You ain't
laugh.
say nothing
Yeah.
but a word.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, it's like fuck this nigga. I'm out. No, I am out. No, I'm out. I'm out.
Good for him,
I'm out.
honestly.
It's like for real, man. I still fuck with him. I still fuck with him. No, but yeah, man. And now it might be a remix and not like us too. So it's like K Doc, man, he's taking like 2024. 2024 has been such a. We're gonna
Such a
expose a lot of
year.
people right there. Like Cat Williams, out. He just started something from the start of
Just dragged
2024.
it.
Just we're all on that Cat Williams energy right now. The
Open the
truth will
can
be
of
revealed in
worms.
2024. It will be revealed, but yes, but like I said, that was a great video. I
It
watched it again right
was.
before we did this, just to recast my notes, everything like that. But we're gonna get into the main course of today's topic right now. We're gonna be talking about the recent new anime that just ended a few weeks ago, and that is Windbreaker. And how I watched this anime was that I was on a website. I'm like, let me just type in Google. What are some animes to watch this spring? I
Mhm.
looked at this thing called Windbreaker, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty interesting. I'll put it aside, right? Then you mentioned, I'm like, wait, what's Windbreaker? I'm like, let me type this up right now. And I'm like, oh, that's the anime I was already looking at already. Okay,
Mhm.
save me to watch it. I'm gonna start watching. And you know what? I watched it. I'm just like, oh wow, like first of all, there were a lot of great animes that came out in the spring this year. There were a lot of good ones
Great,
right
great
there.
spring for anime.
I still gotta finish watching the other ones, but like Windbreaker definitely caught my eyes the most. Now,
Mhm.
what I did not know is like we'll get to this later on in the conversation that it's almost like Tokyo Revengers, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later on, which I have not seen, but I've seen people
Mm.
online talk about, oh, it's a better version of Tokyo Revenge, which we'll get to the reason as to why people think that, which Lou will be a better person to answer that than me because I haven't seen Tokyo Revenge, so I can't really answer that question. But we're gonna be talking that me talking about Tokyo not Tokyo Revenge, we're gonna talk about Windbreaker, but the main character Sakura, and I gotta say, like his origin story, he could be a villain for all we know. Like the way how his origin story is, this dude could be a villain
Yeah.
because but nobody liked his appearance. He had two different color eyes. He wasn't good at socializing right now. So people isolated this guy right there. But
Mhm.
when they did that, this made him a stronger guy and wanted to fight. So like, but how his backstory is, he could have been a villain. Like that's definitely like a villain story, a villain
Yeah.
origin story right there. But he still has a sense of justice. you
Mhm.
know, when he hears about this new town that only prioritize strength and fighting over school, it's like, oh sweet, bet I'm gonna come into this town and be that number one fighter. But when it comes to the town, people adore him, idolize him. He starts like friends. It's like, wait, whoa. And how I've been treated. Why y'all nice to me? Like, no, whoa. Like, what's going on right now? So, it's taking a while for him to I don't want to say soften up, but open up to these people because it's like, oh, it's like he's been treated like shit. So it's like, yeah, if you've been
Exactly.
treated like shit all your life, and then all of a sudden people are being nice to you, you're like, who sent you?
No,
Who
literally. And
sent you?
like the thing is with Sakura, you're able to really love his character right from the beginning because I think everybody has a moment in their life where they feel like they're an outsider. Whether it's like when you were a kid, you start a new job, you're with a new group of friends, like there's always a moment in your life where you feel like an outsider. And very early on, he's able to just be welcomed when he's very used to being an outcast. So you're able to feel for him and connect with him so quickly, which usually sometimes it'll take like 2 or 3 episodes for you to be like, oh, that's why this character is like this. I get him. Like I wanna follow this character. But within like the first 10 minutes, you're like, no, this is a kid who was essentially a victim. And
Yeah,
you
no.
end up wanting to root for him very quickly.
Like he fucked those dudes up in like the first 10 minutes of the anime. Like you just said, like they were messing with that one lady, and he's like
Hmm.
I said, after what he's been through, he could have just been ignored that shit, be like, "Hey, my best." But he's like, "No, hey, motherfuckers like you that think they're hot shit around certain people, but then when it's like telling to man up, y'all ain't shit right there. So I'm like, okay, I fuck with this dude right now.
Hmm.
I fuck with this
I
dude
think
right
he's
there.
so he's. I think the best way to describe Sakura from just the first episode was somebody who has a sense of righteousness regardless of the fact of how he's been treated, which
Hmm.
is very hard for people to do in like
Oh
real
yeah,
life. Like
absolutely.
if you've been disrespected and hurt so many times, you're gonna stop caring. You're not gonna give a damn anymore. You're just gonna be like, you know what, I gotta focus on me, put myself first. And to see that he's still so kind hearted and very shy, very embarrassed
Hmm.
even. It's just a really good, refreshing take on a really strong MC.
MC. When you say MC, I'm thinking like I'm like a rapper right there, like a main character right there. No, no, I really did like that. And that what's the name of the high school called again? That protects the town. Wait, I guess
It's
is it
Foodie in high school, but they
Fruin High
call
School?
them Boofadine.
Boofer, yeah, they call him Boofer, but it's called Fruin High School,
Mm-hmm.
and that does attract the other guys. The guy that had the shark teeth. What's his name? It was on the first episode, but that
I
does
know
attract me
exactly who you're
because
talking about.
yeah, the same guy. Let me say I had it on here right now on my had on my Wikipedia right here. Holy
And
shit.
I have everything up on my phone.
I have my notes up here and everything too. Like god damn. I think he was the only character that I forgot to put on my notes right there. God damn.
His name
I'm
is
on the list right there. No. Was it Toma? I think it's Toma.
yes, Toma.
Toma, yes. That attracts the attention of Toma and the others, and like they were whooping those other dudes' ass because they brought the crew to
Whooping
like
them.
they were sunning them. They were sunning them no, he pretty much said some like
I own you, nigga.
so he didn't say to like hey,
Literally.
y'all my sons, like y'all are my sons, like they stood no chance right there. But
Hmm.
that was his introduction to the guys in the high school right there, because like yeah, this is not just a high school. We're a high school that protects this town right here. Like we're their heroes to make sure there's no disturbance, no robbery, pretty much no one fuck with our people right now, pretty much.
Hmm. And I love how raw the fights were. Like, it's very easy because it's an anime where they could have made it really corny and just like, just love each other. And they said, nah, we gonna fight and we gonna fight.
It was kung fu fighting right there. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Like that's how it is. Like they got hands. They literally got hands. Like no
That
special
first
powers.
episode, he said, I'm left, I'm right. Like, just KO after KO, sleeping people. Like,
it,
that's crazy.
and honestly, I know I want to say this for later on, but like I love fights like that because when we watch anime, a lot of anime, it's like powers, all this power ups, all
Hmm.
that type of stuff right now. But this is like just straight hands, no power ups, no special abilities, no special attacks, no
Just
hyper beams,
hands.
no destruction of cities and shit like that. Shit like we do it hand to hand, martial arts, UFC, sumo wrestling, like all that type of no. We're just regular fights, right? Not regular fights, but like street fighting. Like it was
Hmm.
Street Fighter right there. I'm like, wow. I can't remember the last time I saw Street Fighter in anime. Well, not no, I don't know. Bushigiri, I don't want to count that because they had those powerful genies
Yeah,
right
they
there.
technically have those powers.
Yeah.
I think the only other one, honestly, well, no, there's a couple of like gang ones that I've watched, like Westgate, which is an older one.
Mm.
That technically had no power ups. The Yakuza
Okay.
ones, but
I know I've seen one, but I can't remember.
Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting.
No, I didn't see that one.
Um,
I can't remember a time where it was just strictly just street fighting and there's no power up abilities.
I mean, I guess technically Spy Family, but you don't really see many like actual fights.
You know what's funny? We just mentioned Spy Family was that the longest time. I thought it was Spike's family, but the X is short. So all this time I'm saying to my friend, like, yeah, have we been saying it wrong this whole entire time? It's Spy Family. The X is silent, but I've been saying Spike's family this whole entire time. Like,
It's like that Hunter Hunter debate. Some people say it's Hunter x Hunter. Some people say it's Hunter Hunter.
yeah.
Same thing, same
I'm just
difference.
like, yo. Have I been saying this wrong? Like, what is wrong with me right there? Like, no,
That is so
no,
funny.
it's great. Now, did you like the characters that we met in Windbreaker? Because we met I had a okay, let's see. Akihiko,
Hmm.
Hajime, Hayato. We met a lot of these guys, and a lot of them are cool. A lot of them are different personalities right there. I like how
Yeah.
different they were. Like
Honestly, I think if I'm going from just the food in high school, aside from Sakura because he's the main character, my
yeah.
favorite characters thus far have been Suo-san and I have him here, Kaji-san. Those two
Okay,
have been my favorite.
which ones?
Suo-san is the one with the eye patch.
Hi, yeah, yeah, hi,
Um,
yeah, hi, Hayato, yeah, and
yeah,
man, he sunned
I
that
love
one
him.
dude.
And then Kaji, which is the second year grade captain, the one with the headphones.
Yes, yes.
I love him.
It's unfortunately we met him towards the end
Hmm.
because I still there's a lot of characters I need to learn about because with only 30 episodes you can only learn so much. But as of right now,
Exactly.
the characters we got so far, no, I like it. Like it was those two that I really liked so far. That I well,
Hmm.
listen, even though the last guy you said he appeared at the end, I guess honestly the headphones got me. Like the headphones got me right there. Like anytime I see like a character with the headphones right there,
You
I'm
know he's
like,
gonna be hard.
yeah, exactly. Well, Paul, no, did you can say that I can't. You can say that I can't. I am not. I am not. I am not saying that. But so when you get to the high school, the high school is definitely like a stereotypical high school. It's fucking beat up. It's kind of destroyed right there. Like
A
you're not going there to
horrible fucked
learn.
up high
You're going there.
school.
Yeah, you're going there to fight. But the first day, like homeboy fights the quiet dude.
Oh, Sugishita.
Sugisa, yeah, he fights him right there. Like
He's strong. He's
he is
strong.
definitely he's the strong silent type.
Hmm.
Like, but you can tell, like, I can tell, like, yo, don't fuck with this dude. It's normally the quiet dudes.
He
Normally,
gives Levi energy.
which guy?
Levi from
Oh,
Attack on Titan. Like he gives that energy.
well, I only saw the one scene in Attack on Titan, so I can't really say much about it.
Oh, you haven't seen even like early episodes?
I only seen one the first season. I can't remember, like, I can't remember the
Oh,
name.
okay,
Really.
okay.
I saw like back in 2016, and I'm just like, it was
Oh.
cool, but like, I didn't love it as everyone else. Like you
Mhm,
said, when it comes to anime with me, I will never say an anime is overrated because I just feel as though it's like a distasteful word. Like
mhm,
I always feel as though it comes from hate.
mhm.
Like speaking of overrated, we gotta say a prayer for Lou right now because he did not have a good childhood. And the reason why I say is because she said that Toy Story is overrated.
Oh,
And now
it is.
everybody has a right to their own opinion. And I love Lou to death, but like for her to say that Toy Story is overrated,
Toy Story is overrated. Toy Story is overrated.
it's
You
one
guys
of
are
the
not going to beat
best
me up about it.
Pixar movies of all time. Your child
The
was
best, that's it. You're dragging it. The
one of the
best, you're
best. One
dragging
of
it.
the what?
You're
See, Toy Story is not
dragging
one
it.
of the
You're
best.
dragging it.
I
You're
am not
dragging
trying.
it.
Toy Story is amazing right now. Toy Story is one of the best Pixar movies of all time. Right? You can
You
the
know, you're
impact.
allowed to be wrong. You're allowed to be wrong.
You're allowed to be
That's
wrong right
okay.
now.
That's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the first ever fight between me and Liv right now. Like we might not be friends after this right now. Actually, you know what? When I see her at DreamCon, it's on site. It's on site. It's on site when I see her at DreamCon right now. Like, how dare you do this to this
It's
Toy
not.
Story?
It's overrated. It's not that good. It just
Are you talking about the series or just the first one?
all of it. This whole series, the whole thing.
Again.
I could do like if Toy Story never existed, I wouldn't be missing anything. If they said for the rest of your life you'll never be able to see Toy Story again, I'd say okay.
So let me. As I know we're talking about. I know we're talking about him, but explain why. Just explain us why you think Toy Story is overrated. Like,
I
just why?
just I don't like the characters. There was no memorable moments for me.
Oh,
And I'm a Disney kid. I love Disney. I loved all the Disney movies growing up. Toy Story. just didn't do it for me. And it's not because like I was like a princess girly growing up. Like I didn't care. As long as it was Disney, I was happy. But that just did nothing for me. Woody wasn't funny. Buzz was annoying.
Oh my god, they
I did like the pig. I thought the pig was the best character of the entire thing.
but oh my god, but they it was their relationship with Andy that they lived. They were just more than just toys to Andy. They were like his family right there. And in Toy Story
Uh,
3, which is my favorite Toy Story,
uh,
she ain't gonna let me. You ain't gonna let me finish. So just being wow, being so immature right now. You ain't gonna let me finish right there. But they loved Andy. They loved. I'm gonna watch my words. They loved spending time with Andy. They had a great relationship. That's why I love Toy Story 3 because those toys meant so much to him as he was growing when he was a younger right there. And when he went to college. Now I will say this: that little girl that he gave the toys to, fuck her. The reason why I say fuck her is because at the end of Toys, I will give you this: Toy Story 4, I hated that ending. I hated that ending because Woody's out in the out in the real
the
world
world
right now,
is
and that little demon promised Andy, I will take care of Woody. So when he comes out to see you, it's like, hey, where's Woody? I don't know what happened to him. You're gonna send me to jail because what?
is though like to me
Yeah.
it just was it's not even realistic because I still have my one of my kid toys. The thing is old. It looks dirty. I swear to God, it's clean, but I've had it since I was like
You don't
in second
understand the
grade.
power of Disney love right now. You don't understand it.
It's if I was Andy, I wouldn't have given up my favorite toy. I didn't give up my favorite toy. I still have my favorite toy. I think it was snooze fest.
Guys,
Boring.
everybody, I am so sorry that Lou did
Oh.
not have a good childhood. Like I don't pray, but I'm praying for her. I'm praying for her savior. I'm man, damn man, like, and I'm sure people in the comments be like, "No, I agree, man. Toys are overrated." Well, all y'all didn't have childhoods right there, y'all. No. But anyway, folks, back to the main topic because I need to get that on my chest right there because that just hurt me right there. Like she doesn't understand good relationships with people right there. That's she doesn't understand good relationships with them. She doesn't. She doesn't. That's why I said her childhood. She didn't have a good childhood because every childhood loved Toy Story.
I had the best childhood. That's why I didn't need Toy Story to dictate my happiness. But let's go back to Windbreaker.
You're probably too young for it anyway. Anyways, back to memory right there. What did you think about their leader, Hajime? What do you think about him? Like he was a typical like the typical oh funny goofy guy, but when the guy gets serious, the guy gets serious, and we see that later in the season right there. But like for a leader though, like he loves everybody. He is this is
Mm-hmm.
my family. Like he told Sakura, I was proud of you, for protecting your little brothers. And like Sakura's like, what you talking about, nigga? Like, no, like they ain't my family right now. What you talking about? Like I said, as you said earlier, like it takes a while for Sakura to open up to these guys. Like I said, his
Mm-hmm.
past, everybody treated him like shit. But it's like it's all new for him.
It is. Umeyama, I really liked the direction that they took his character. Because they could have taken it the boring way of he's just that strong character that everybody looks up to. But the fact that they made him so that way, you see that he's only the strongest because of the people around him. Like the people around him have made him the strongest, have given him the opportunity to be strong. And I also love that it was the same VA as Gojo. I
Yes.
thought that was such a funny like twist of fate.
And the personalities right there too. Like not
Similar, very
it's
similar.
not the exact one because Gojo has more cocky shit like that, but he's got it. He has a right to be. But like the the silliness, the goofiness, and the
Mm-hmm.
gray whitish hair right there, you see it right there. Now, obviously, he doesn't have the pretty eyes, obviously, right there. But like just the personality, a little bit like the looks right there, but mainly the personality though, and just have a lot of JJK voice actors were kind of like were on
A lot of
this
JJK.
anime right
I
there.
think him being the voice actor to Gojo though, having the same VA, kind of helped me to really like the character just
Yeah.
because of those similarities, which is why I enjoyed Gojo as a character. I got to enjoy him here as well because of those like similarities of him being goofy and fun, but getting serious when he has to. Like when the guy from Shishitoden comes and Sakura's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go fight," and then
Yeah.
you see like this his aura essentially take over the whole screen, and he goes, "What the hell was that?" And you get to see him be the top of the school. Like you see why he's the top. Like he
Yeah.
has that aura where he says, "Do not move. You're not gonna move."
Yeah. Like I said, Sakura, you like touch back on it. He wants to be number one. He wants to be that number one fighter right now. But he was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh
I
no. What
can't be. I can't
I
be. That was
can't
this man.
I can't keep that same energy right now. I'm a little bit shook right now. I'm a little
Hmm.
bit shook right now because he a real one. As long as he
Which
see a
is
real
nice
one,
to
right?
see because it doesn't make it
Humble.
seem like Sakura is just like the I'm always the strongest. Like he's able to see when there's somebody out there that is
Yes,
stronger than him.
yes. He got humbled, even though like he mentally got humbled.
Hmm.
He mentally got humbled right there. He was shook in a
Exactly.
respectful way, though. In a respectful way, right there.
Hmm.
But basically, this anime pretty much turns up notch when they meet the other high schoolers. What was their high school called again?
Shishito then.
So yeah, like this is where the anime really, starts back up because that rival high school was messing with one of their middle schoolers right now, and that's how we met. I have some right there.
Toga.
Togame, like man, bro, like at first I'm like, yo, this guy seems like a dick right now, but when you later on see as to why he's like that, he
Hmm.
does have a code. He does have morals right there. So like, you like as you when you first admit it's like what nah man no he better learn today but like later on you're like oh wow man like you know but yeah pretty much the anime pretty much like anime pretty much starts when you meet these rival high schoolers right there because
Hmm.
they're messing with their own and like I said their motto is we protect everyone in this town so they were doing their job and when they helped this other guy this called the attention of their other high school rivals right there they all come approaching the school right there with Choji being the leader. And every time you see that happy, go lucky guy right there, like, yeah, there's something wrong with that guy. Like,
I
there's always
love
that.
how they did his eyes to show that he's really crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yo, like, yeah. His eyes were like, I'm a bit nervous about this guy right now. I don't
Hmm.
know, but immediately he went up to kick. He just really kicked him. Like, didn't say hello or anything like
Out of
that.
nowhere. I don't know. It's just I love. Oh my god, I love that they just go straight into hands. Because realistically, if you're in this situation and you want to fight, you're gonna fight. You're not gonna do this whole chit chat, talking back and forth. You're gonna go straight into hands, and that's what I respect about this anime so much.
But here's the thing, though, right? The theme is we talk with our fists.
Hmm.
So they were having a conversation. That was like the start of the conversation. Like when
Exactly.
they met each other, they were all like, okay. Meet up on this one place. This person will fight this guy. This person will fight this guy. And the night before it happened, Hijime says, "No, we talk with our fists because there's words that there's fist. What's the word? I had the code right now. I had the code. So wait, I had the code right here. Fist speak of a language words can't use. That's what he
Hmm.
said right there. I'm like, okay, that's interesting right there because when from the outside looking in, it's like okay, they're having a fight right now. What conversation? But it's like as we watch later episodes, we're like, oh, I see what he was saying right there. Like
Hmm.
even Sakura was like, what are you talking about? We agreed to fight with them. Like we're not having a conversation. And he was like, no, like we're having a conversation with them. Yeah, we're fighting, but we're talking while we're fighting though. And I thought that was very, very interesting right there because I'm like, it's just a fight, but like there's more to the fight though than just hands. We're speaking to each other in ways we can't really say with our words. And like I said, we're going
Hmm.
to learn about more about these characters as the fights,
Go
as
on.
the
Yeah.
fights go on right there. So I really thought it was very, very interesting right there.
I liked I thought that that was really that scene specifically was super realistic because I used to box and that was something that like my coach used to say is like when you go to fight somebody you're not just fighting and like oh whatever like you're really sitting there having a full blown dialogue with that person And you're gonna feel when they hit you, you're gonna feel if they hate you, you're gonna feel if they respect you. You're gonna be able to feel that throughout a fight, which is very true. Like,
I didn't know that.
yeah, if I could always tell, like when I was in matches, if someone did not like me because they were not pulling punches. They did not care how those punches landed, and there was just such like a malice intent behind their hands. Versus fighting somebody who respected you, they're not pulling their punches either, but it's a clean fight. It's dignified. When a ref comes and says stop, the mitts are up. Like you can just feel the difference, which I really respected that part. I don't
I
know if
said,
it's true for that for like other styles of
yeah.
fighting, but for boxing, that was something that like my coach always reminded us.
So it wasn't the first time when you heard something like that. Then it wasn't the
Yeah,
first
no,
time.
which is I think that's what made it super realistic. So I was like, that's very true. Like when you get into a fight, you know when someone does not like you. Like you can feel when someone doesn't like you.
Hmm. I mean, and so wait, how old are you when you start when you did boxing?
I started at 8 years old,
Oh
and I
damn.
went. Yeah, my dad was a very like he wanted a boy, and I was the first child, so he was gonna raise a boy
God
regardless.
dang. God
So
dang,
from
he wanted a
eight,
boy right there. I'm sorry right there.
I went through it from 8 years old up until I was I think 16 or 17. That's when I stopped.
Damn. And your father, he's mixed, right? Like Mexican and Puerto Rican.
Yep.
And
No, he's not Mexican. My mom's Mexican. My dad is Puerto Rican Guatemalan
but your mom's Mexican.
and black. Yep.
God, thanks for fly. And your dad is.
Puerto Rican Guatemalan.
I'm telling you, man. When it comes to Latinas and boxing, right there, like
It's a whole different thing.
what Dana White said, Mexicans are like the baddest when it comes to boxing. I'm like, I tend to agree with you. I will. Well, fuck Ryan Garcia. I'll tell you that much right now. Fuck
Oh
that
yeah,
guy.
we
Yeah,
do
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
we don't claim
Yeah,
him. We don't claim
fuck,
him
yeah,
over
fuck
here.
that dude right there. Like, no, fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. But yeah, like
Fucking
Latina,
racist.
Mexican, yeah. And don't apologize now, nigga. Like we heard you.
Yeah,
Like
we
don't
heard it.
apologize. Yeah,
And it
we
was
heard you.
loud. It was loud.
And and I said I hate to make this a race issue right now, but like the black people that are all like defending him right there, but he was saying like I can't stand that shit. I really cannot. Like he knew what
Like
he was saying right there.
don't
Keep that
apologize
same
for a
energy.
racist. Get out of here, bro.
Don't you
Like
keep that same energy when you can be going out. Like keep that same energy right
exactly.
now. And obviously you were taught that. You were taught that. Don't tell me that you were that they just you just haven't want to say you were taught that. Like
And you
mess
felt
with
that
that.
because well, anytime that I've ever had drinks or been having a good time, I've never gotten racist. Why? Because that's not something I ever think about. Sing songs and have fun with my friends, and you're telling me that you immediately got racist? Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, well, but I mean, yeah, fuck that guy though. But like, no, like, I thought it was very interesting what you went through your boxing right there because you're like, dang, I can relate to these motherfuckers right here in this anime right now. So
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I never thought of that way with fights like that. But I'm like looking back at like fights that I've seen after fights, things are worked out pretty much. So like I can see looking back at that what he said right there, I can kind of see where he was coming from with that quote right there.
Yeah, no, I think it was just like a nice touch of realism to an
Yes.
anime. And like
Yeah.
I think even before that, you can tell that there's obviously a lot of animosity just from like the way Togame is sitting there calling Sakura Othello and already disrespecting him. Like he's told him, "My
Yeah.
name is Sakura," and he's like, "Okay, Othello."
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
could tell that there is no respect there.
Yeah. Now let's cut the chase right there. I was two of the fights these guys got owned right there. Like they looking to be badass. I'm like, y'all got stunned. Like Hayato and the quiet dude, yeah, they stunned their guys right there. Like it was I'm
Oh my
like,
god.
it was anticlimactic. It
I
was
thought it was super climatic though.
well, no, okay. Well, correction. Well, what Hayato was doing with his style, with his fight style, very
Mm-hmm.
clean. I just mean in terms of like those guys were sorry. Those
Oh
two
yeah,
guys
no,
were.
they were definitely
I meant by
sorry.
that they were sorry. I thought like, yo, y'all could at least put up a better fight. Like the first fight was over in like
20 seconds, not even.
I
He
think
said, "Monk,
yeah, like
sleep." That was crazy.
as soon as he disrespected Hajime, I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's done, and he just like sunned him,
Immediately.
like
Immediately.
rocking the baby. But the guy that fight Hayato, she was shook.
Oh
He
my
was shook.
god.
It was
I love that character though.
honestly, it's like, I'm like, who are you? Like, what happened? Like, what's your origin story with Hayato? Like, it made me like almost scared of him a little bit
I think
in that fight.
I like that he's kind of mysterious. Like, because
Yeah,
the first time that you meet Suo, he's like joking around, talking about, "Oh, I'm Leonardo DiCaprio," but then you see that he has a switch, and it's the same thing with that fight. Like, he seems very nice and like, "Oh, yeah, just an easy fight," but you can tell that he has that mean streak in him, and
yes.
I love that about his character.
But it was his fight style was clean. Like, I'm not a big fight nerd, and I wish I was, but like his fighting style was just fluidly. It was one thing I noticed in this anime. They have different fighting styles. It's not the
And I
same
love
old
that.
fighters, which I love that. It's not the same old shit right there. They have different unique fighting styles. And I thought, well, that's what makes the anime very good. But like Hayato's fighting style was just very clean. It was beautiful to watch. So I'm just like, I've never, like I said, I'm not a big fight nerd, but maybe I should be more into more fighting now. But like, it was beautiful to watch with what he was doing. Like,
Hmm.
I know I said it was anticlimactic. I meant by from the other guys because they did not put a bunch of a fight right there. But
Hmm.
Hayato was just like, I'm like, damn, but this is like really cool to watch. Even though you sunned this guy, your style was like, I'm in love right now. Like shit.
No, literally. And I think I really enjoyed that. Might have been like my second favorite fight, aside from Sakura's, because I think Sakura's fight was my favorite fight, but I
I
think that
mean,
was my second.
no one can disagree on that one.
Yeah, I think for me that one was my second, just because of the guy who lost, the side character who lost, because you're seeing that scene where he pulls his friend's body after he loses. He's pulling his friend's body to the side, and they're sitting there in the corner, and he goes from like being like, "Oh yeah, like if you're not the strongest in Shishitoden, we take your jacket." Now he's in that same position, and watching him still love and take care of his friend, even though he didn't have that same respect for somebody else. Like,
No.
I loved that whole like scene because it just showed that like these are real people.
Let's get to that because I know there was a Toma fight. The Toma fight, he knew the other guy. He knew the guy previously. That he fought.
No, no, I'm not talking about that fight. I'm talking about
Oh no, no, I
the
know
fight
that, but
before.
like I'm just
Oh,
like
okay.
skimming. I just skimming through. I'm just Thomas' fight was cool for the standpoint of like the guy that he fought. He looked up to him.
Hmm.
He looked up to him right there. So it was like that was a personal fight for him right there. Even though he lost, like someone understand why he did all that shit though. So like
Exactly.
that was like I said, we're talking with our fists right there. So like it goes to what Hijimi said right there. But let's get to the the Sakura and Togami fight right there because that fight
Left and
because
right.
because Sakura is telling him like yo like you a loser for what for why you're fighting because your crew started this shit. Your
Hmm.
crew fought one of our guys, and that's why we're fighting. And when talking about her, they was like, wait, is that true? He went to those
Yeah.
guys. Like, yes, we understand that if you're not strong, we take your jacket, but like he took the jacket for a different reason because even though Togama kind of lost his way, he still had a little bit more. But it's like, yo, y'all fucking this kid right there. Give me your fully jackets right now. Fuck y'all right
Hmm.
there because he showed a little bit of pride, but the pride was more shown when he learned about Choji's past because Choji wanted to be number one guy. And when you get to the top, because before that they were a nice crew. They loved one another. They were boys right there. They were brothers. But when Choji got to the top part, it's like it was kind of boring for him right there. It's like what is there left to do right there? So when that happened, when one of his guys were beat up in a fight, it's like yeah, you out. It told me it was like he was scared. He was
Yeah.
scared at that one scene right there. And like when Sakura said it to him, Togami woke up.
He
Togami woke up.
rose. He rose from the dead.
He rose from the dead, and that's when the fight. What one thing I love about anime so much is when I see that evil sadistic smile right there. When
Mm-hmm.
Sakura get that smile, I'm like, oh yeah, we got to pop out and show niggas right now. We got to pop out and show them
Literally,
right
that was the
there.
pop out. That
That
was
was
the
a
pop
pop
out.
out. That was a pop out right there. Those two, they were smiling, having fun. Like that's like I said, I don't know fire right now, but looked like I couldn't tell what a Togama style. It looked like a judo type of style. It seemed like I can't
Yeah,
lie.
it gave. It's so cool because none of them have like a set style. It's always like a mix, but he's definitely like judo,
It looked like a
heavy
judo.
judo, like
Because the way how he stood there on his
mix.
stance right there, his stance
Mm-hmm.
right there, it looked more like a judo right there. But my God, that fight was just like I said, no power ups, no special beams and attacks, no like Kamehameha waves, no gum gum, no
Nah,
show me
just
rock, just
hands
hands, like kicks, everything.
and
Like
strong hands.
I would not want to get. Even I felt like, even though there's something like I can feel like I'm like, oh, like I, oh my God, the fight was just so
And the
beautiful.
scene when he's stepping on the back of Sakura's head with his sandals, I felt like I could feel it. I was like,
Oh
it
my
was so
God, yes,
intense. And I love
yeah,
the fact that like within that fight, there are moments where you don't even have like background music. All you hear
yeah,
are grunts and hands. And that made it even so much more like heavy and intense. Like it just felt so real.
yeah. Oh my, it was one thing that happens in fights all the time that gets me are the headbutts. When talking about headbutt, that's every time when someone headbutts someone, I'm just like, oh God, like, did you watch Yu Yu Hakusho at all?
Yeah.
Remember when he turned into a demon and he fucking destroyed Sensui?
Yes,
He
yes,
did the
yes.
headbutt and seemed like the headbutts always. Oh my God, it gets me ahead just by watching that shit right there.
Every time.
I don't know why people do headbutts; they hurt you too, and I'm just like, oh God, that hurts right there.
I
But
think it's just to show how crazy you are that you don't even care. You're like, bro, I don't
yeah,
care. I'm out of it anyway.
I'm like, yo, aren't you hurt right there? That hurts you too right there. Why are you headbutt a motherfucker right there? Like that hurts. But my God, man, that the fight was just so well. The I said, Togami woke up and anything. Like I said, that was the conversation that we were having right there. It's like, what did you learn from that fight right now? That I had to woke Togami's ass up right there because he was scared. He said, "Yeah, I should have done something to Choji when he did that shit. I should have
Mm-hmm.
done something." And then I got thinking Sakura, and it was just so. The animation was just well. I mean,
Beautiful.
then again, it's like animation with like no special attacks. I mean, but
It,
it's still
it's too
animation. It's still animation.
nice. Yeah, it's still
But
animation. And I think what's nice about it is not seeing all those like exaggerated like punches, you know? I think
yeah,
moments like that is what makes you like really lean into it because it's the same reason when people enjoy boxing and watching UFC. Like there's no magic, there's no like power ups. It's just raw, and I think that's what
yeah.
makes it like so like intense.
Mhm. But the only now we're a bit disappointed that like Togami kind of let Sakura won at the end right there.
Not at all. I think that was a moment where you see the switch in Sakura, where you see that Sakura is kind of confused for the first time in a fight. Like usually when he's fighting, it's always just go 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 or stop. There's
Yeah,
no in between. And I like the fact that it happened how it did. Just to watch Sakura's reaction because even then you see that Sakura is you see that he's disappointed and he's upset because he's like, I know you're strong. I know you can keep going. And right in that moment you realize that Sakura has grown a respect towards him.
yes,
And I thought that was just such like a great little add-on, which you might have missed it if you weren't really paying attention in that moment specifically, but that's what exactly when the switch happened. And I thought that was really
no,
nice.
I 1,000% agree with you because he even said at the start of the fight or in the middle of the fight, I won't respect a guy like you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he woke up right there, that's when the respect thing happened right there.
Exactly.
And Sakura doesn't respect people. I mean, he just wants to be the top right there. But it's the first time, like you said, like God damn. I'm sorry, guys. I always say excuse me when I burp. That's just me right there. Like I can't help myself right there. But no, he grown to respect right there. And like I said, I 1,000% agree with you when you said that because I was gonna explain it better myself, honestly.
Yeah, it was just such a really good scene, and like that whole fight, the switch, and then obviously this is going into the next fight, but then watching Choji come up to go fight him, and you see Sakura grabbing him, and it's like, now you're not gonna hit this man, and just
Yeah.
seeing like that switch of Sakura going from like, this is a bad guy technically, like I don't like him, but
Yeah.
even though I don't like him and I don't get along with him, I now respect him.
But even Hajime knew. Well, here's the thing. Like he even when he saw Hajime step in, Sawyer was like, "Damn, I'm glad he saw me because had I done something, it would have been it for me right there."
Yeah, because I love the trope of like the small gremlin, extra strong character. Like I've always
Yeah.
loved that trope, and Choji's character is like that perfect character. Like he has the fluffy blonde hair, and he looks young, and he's quick, and
Is he
but
blonde? Is
he's
it blonde hair?
dangerous. I'm pretty sure it's blonde hair.
Oh, it look like brownish. Look like
Yeah, dirty brown,
dirty
dirty
blonde,
blonde.
dirty blonde. Yeah, dirty blonde.
It's
Yeah,
just he has like that very youthful look to him, and he's super
yeah,
happy, and then you see like he has that like very mean evil streak, and like the way that they shade his eyes, like
yes,
he's a menace to society.
yes. But when he did that one kick, Hajime says, "Yeah, you ain't winning this fight. Like you are not winning this fight at all. And you can tell like you're hurting inside. I can tell by that. And when you tell somebody, it's like, shut up, you know what you're talking about? Like, yeah, it was affecting Choji so much. It fit the nigga so much. He bit the dude.
Bit his neck. When I saw that he actually drew blood, I said he's ravenous.
Yeah. First of all, you not get on me like that. Hell no, that did not look right. Probably for the girls they loved it, but like for me, I'd be like, yeah, no Diddy, you Diddying right now. You Diddying right now.
BL
No.
girlies, how we feeling? How we feeling, BL girlies? Did y'all like what y'all saw? I know I did. I know I did.
What is wrong?
Well, I'm just saying. I can't speak my truth. Let me speak my truth. I thought this was a safe space.
No, it's all good.
How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
I don't think you can take us seriously. We're trying to give y'all some news and insight. We were just fucking around now, but no, like this shit was intense though. Like he was like he knew he was hurting. Like he knew he was right, but he didn't want to accept it though. He didn't want to admit it.
Exactly. And I think that part was very true because when you get hit the first, like if you get into a fight and someone hits you, you could tell right away if they're going to be able to beat you up, like, or if it's going to be like a fair fight or not a fair fight. You can always tell. So the fact that when Mia-san, he got hit and he said, copy, he already knew that if he wanted to, and the fact that he didn't, because he knew that he could have beat the brakes off of Choji and chose not to.
Yes.
And that showed a lot about his character, which is why, even though to me that wasn't the best fight of them all, and I know that that was supposed to be like the number one battle, technically speaking, it still didn't give me that emotional toll that Sakura's fight gave. But you were able to see like the why Shishitoden is the way it is, where like the parallels of Furin and Shishitoden are and where they ended up separating. Like everybody wanted Choji to be on top and they were helping him get there. And instead of him essentially dragging everybody with him and staying with them, he just put himself higher. Whereas you look at Furin, as one person goes up, so does everybody else. They're all pulling each other to get up there. And it was just really nice to see like that what could have been aspects.
I think we look at like one of the promotional stuff is you have both the high schools facing each other right there, and I feel like people were expecting like some big all-time fights, but they weren't like that. And I
Mhm.
think looking back at it now, I think it's good that it wasn't like like an even battle right there because there's a different meaning as to why these battles went they where they were. I
Mhm.
think from the start, like the meaningful battle, the most was going to be Sakura and Toby right there. The
Yeah.
other fights right there were just some pre-appetizers, pre-qualifiers, which I don't think people really care for that much. But I feel as though people's attention were probably focused on Sakura and Togami. Now,
Mhm.
I think from people from outside fans that don't know anime, they probably wish these fights were like longer head to head. But from what I know, what the purpose of the show is, and from what the meaning of the fights were,
Mhm.
I'm satisfied of how these fights went. Like I said, I love the long lasting fights, but like I was still satisfied because even though like the first two fights were ownish right there, I saw the meaning of them fights. Like I saw the first one where you're like, the quiet dude. He just makes his ride or die right. That's his guy right there.
Mhm.
Anyone disrespects him, no. So take your ass. Hayato. I the guy seemed very more mysterious, and I wanted to learn more about him after his fight.
Yeah.
Toma having a disciple that was sad that he left them. I knew the man of that fight. Togami and Sakura wicked Togami up. Becoming the person who was meant to be. I see that fight. Same thing the fight with Hijime and Choji. I saw the meaning of the fight. So
Mhm.
like every fight, I saw the meaning of. Like I said, they didn't,
Exactly.
they didn't have to be some long term fight and some shit like that, but I saw what their true meaning was, and quite honestly,
Mhm.
like I was satisfied with how the fights were. Like, could they have been like could they have been better? They could have, but like from what we have got in this season, I was satisfied with the fights. I really was.
Exactly. And I think that like what made those fights good overall is that you got those empty minded fights from the beginning, right?
Yes.
We see that people will fight just to fight sometimes, just because they
Yes.
got nothing better to do. But then to see that the reason that Foden is getting into these fights, there is like meaning behind it. They're never just getting involved in something just to get involved.
Yeah.
And I thought that that showed like the character of the school and like what Wolfenden really stands for.
Now, do you think they should have ended the season with that? Because there were still a few episodes right after their fight with them.
Mhm. Definitely not. I will say I cheated because I am caught up on the manga because I love this anime so much. I had to read it. But I definitely think that where it continued to go was really well thought out just because you get to see the development of Sakura becoming one with his class. Because I think at this point he's there, but like, he's kind of one foot in, one foot out. He still doesn't really feel like he's a part of his
Yeah,
class of Fude in high school.
because they made him the grade captain.
And I thought that was the way that that scene was done. I thought was really nice because it's just he's having like this internal war of like these people trust me too much. Like, why are they so trusting? Why do they like me so much? Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm an outsider. I'm a horrible person, and seeing that like everyone is like, yeah, we know you're an outsider, but like you
We
take care
trust
of
you.
us, so we take care of you, and we
Hmm.
trust you, and you go here. You're a part of our school, and seeing like that new trust develop, I think that that was super super important to end season one, or else you kind of would have been left feeling like, I mean, he's just a strong MC, cool, whatever. Like you see that he is a part of this story, and
And
I think
that's
that's really
why
important.
I know we're jumping ahead because we did meet two new characters. The wrestler guy, the wrestler, and the pink hair dude.
Hmm.
So we met those. Like I said, so far I'm liking every character. Now, Akihiko, I want him to do more. I understand he's like the novel guy. I'm like, I want to learn to fight. I want to learn how to fight. I want to learn how to fight a little bit. Like I get his role, but it's like maybe I'm asking for too much for him to do more things. But it's like I don't want you to just be the novel guy. I want you to learn how to fight too because you're part of the group.
Hmm.
I need to learn how to fight as well. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like,
where Nide's son is though right now, I think it's nice because you're seeing obviously in that was it the second episode when we meet Nide-san, you
Yeah.
see that he is willing to get hurt to protect people.
Yeah, oh yeah,
So
yeah.
like if it calls for it, he will be the person to take that hit
Yes.
and like get hurt. But I love the fact that like you get to see that everyone is understanding of their strengths.
Yes.
That skips ahead a little bit, but Nide-san knows that he isn't the strongest, and he's aware. He's not like pretending to be the strongest person in the room. He knows he's not, but he knows that he's the quickest when it comes to thinking mentally. He can understand a situation. He can divulge information. So I think that like I like the way that his character is.
I like the way his character is. You know, overall, like I just wanted a little bit more, but maybe I'm asking for too much. I think that's just me. I think I should probably just chill and just accept who he is for right now. Honestly.
Yeah, I think his character is gonna end up growing because I think he's very similar to Zenitsu, where at first we're all looking at Zenitsu like this.
Okay. I'm gonna just say this. Zenitsu, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I wanted him to get. I just got tired of being a wimpy, always being scared and whatnot. I'm like, yo, I don't want you to be asleep when you're being for real. But would you see this season of Demon Slayer?
Yeah, I'm
that part. I'm like, okay. That part. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, he's about to lock in.
He's locked in.
He is about to lock in.
There was a meme that said. There was a meme that said the house was like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" You see the three makers like, "Oh yeah, we ready. Y'all freaking out, but we ready."
He grabbed his katana. He said, "Honestly, Muzan should have left him. Muzan should have left him and not let him into that Infinity Castle because he's about to lock in."
No. You mean Michael Jackson? I. What's funny when Aubrey was streaming last week. I told her, "Do you see what are your thoughts on Muzan?" You mean Michael Jackson? I'm like, yeah, that was the first time I actually called him Muzan. I've always called him Michael Jackson. I've never called him Muzan. That's the first time I ever called him Muzan in my life during her stream. I've never called him Muzan. It's always been Michael Jackson. Muzan. But yeah, like he was locked in. But yeah, I thought maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see something like that.
I think he'll be one of those characters that like. It's a very slow and steady, but I think he'll capture our hearts by the end of it, where we'll see like a moment where he's gonna jump in and use his physical abilities at one point.
Yeah, and at first I didn't like how it ended, but after rewatching it today, seeing how Sakura's leading his crew, because he says, "Well, I'm not doing it for you," even though he is doing it for the guy right there. He's not made a promise to that one girl. He is, but he won't admit it. But we all see it right there.
He's such a tsundere, like
yeah, he is. How he's leading the group into the kills, lead him to kill. I'm like, okay. I'm like, nah, I'm not like, damn, I gotta wait for this shit right now. I don't know when we're gonna get it. I know we're gonna get season 2, but like, we gotta wait. But like, I like how he was leading everybody right there. He's slowly grown before our eyes right now. Even though he hasn't fully like developed that trust yet, I'd be very, very excited to see it when that actually happens. But like, I like how it ended though.
No, I think that the ending that we got was really nice. Especially just because we get to see that he's still, his toes are still wet. He's still learning. Hi, Nani. He's still learning. He's still trying to like figure himself out.
I know,
but she's
Nuggets.
So cute. I love her.
Nuggets.
But you see that he's trying his best to like be the leader that they need, and you see that he's doing something for someone other than himself.
Before we go on, I'm surprised you haven't commented on my shirt right now.
I don't have my contacts in.
Stop scaring the hoe.
I love Nanami.
Oh yeah, I just want to show that to you right there. All right, so we're both sides of the end right now, but let me get to our one final question. This is our question for you because I can't answer this because I haven't seen the other anime.
You're gonna have to give up that shirt, buddy.
You got money? You got money?
$150 for whoever take that shirt.
Like, if you give me some money, I'll bring the shirt for me to DreamCon. If you want to pay me, I will give you the shirt.
We taking the shirt. We taking it.
I'm taking your life. No, I've never done. I've never do that. But no, if you pay me, I will. Nah, I like. I'm not gonna lie. This shirt's pretty big. Like it's a medium, even though it's like it feels like a large. Honestly,
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. Do you accept cookies as payment?
what kind of cookies we talking about?
Here we go. Back to the anime. Back to the anime, y'all. Back to the anime, y'all. Your last question.
I mean like peanut butter, mint. Like what kind of flavors? Like I like cookies.
S'mores cookies are so good.
Like what were you thinking? I was thinking about. I love cookies. I love cookies. I love cookies. Right
Cookies.
Peanut butter, mint. Wait, are they homemade though? Are they homemade?
Nuggy can bake. I've seen some of her stories. Nuggy can bake.
All right, we'll discuss we will discuss this offline right now because
you can have whatever you like.
I really do like this. Hey, man, am I really willing to give up a shirt for some cookies?
We could pop.
We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later. Right now, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later. But anyway, my question is,
yes,
what? I guess I don't know what the streets, the Twitter streets are saying, or internet streets are saying. What makes this anime better than Tokyo Revenge? Because I'm seeing comparisons right there.
Question.
Like, is it? Have people all agreed that this is better than Tokyo Revenge? Because I'm seeing that online, but I'm like, what's the difference between these two? Like, what are the similarities? What are the differences? And what makes Windbreaker better? Because think about this. Just think about this. Excuse me. This is his first season, so it could fuck up. It could mess up. But like Tokyo Revengers, like has like 4 seasons, right? Or 3?
I think it's 3 seasons. It might be 4 seasons.
But no, they announced the 4th season.
Yeah, they announced the 4th season. We're only on season 3. It'll end with season 4 though.
But yeah, I wonder like so what makes Windbreaker better than Tokyo Revenge, even though it's only 1 season and Tokyo Revenge has 3, like that's a big claim right there. But I want to know. I'm just curious as to why people say that.
So the thing is with Tokyo Revengers came out as, instead of it being a school thing, it's still gangs. So we'll call it just a gang war type of thing. They're middle schoolers who go around doing whatever they want, essentially. And because they're supposed to be in a gang, you would think that there'd be more fighting, more dialogue that makes sense.
Before I cut you off, I'm so sorry to cut you off. For the people that are here right now, please like the video. I really do appreciate that. It helps the channel a lot. And subscribing to our Nuggets family. It helps us as well, too. So we really do appreciate that. Anyways.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Or I'm going to find you.
And if you don't do it, I'm going to be at the foot of your bed pulling your toes. So
I ain't doing that, but like, yeah.
But it misses all of those elements where it's supposed to be like this whole strong fighting gangster, like that's what it's supposed to be, and for some reason I just said I'm gonna be at the foot of your bed pulling your toes.
I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna fight you. She's doing a little bit of creep.
I'm gonna fight you, and then I'm gonna do that to you. Congratulations, you played yourself.
She wants a boogeyman. She wants a boogeyman shit right there. But yes, anyway, go on. So you said it. What's it missing? Sorry.
All the action, honestly. The fights are very poorly done. In the anime, like they're lacking. There's a lot of frozen shots. And
the Tokyo Revengers?
Yeah, Tokyo Revengers. There's a lot of frozen shots where you just see, and like it's not good. And the scenes where there is fighting end within like 10 seconds, and then there's sad music or happy music or whatever the case is. The action is just really bad. The MC, you never see growth. You never see him do anything. Honestly, he's a
Ralph
really
was
bad
saying that he
MC.
cries a lot.
The crying, like the one scene where he does end up getting into a fight within season one. Like I'm trying to be fair, so I'm trying to do season one for season one, not over not the entire thing. Um, but within season one, you see that he's just there's one scene where he's windmilling, he's not hitting anyone, he's just crying, running across the screen. And everybody's like, what was and then he gets knocked out. So it's like, what the hell was the point of that? There's nothing there. It's so bad. And there was a lot of excitement and hype for it because it does have characters that you do love. It does have characters that are stronger. Like any of the fights that Mikey's in, those are good. But he's essentially OP, so you know that he's going to win his fights. Same thing goes for Draken, which is the second in command of this game. Um, but it gets lost. It gets so lost because the direction that it goes in, and I can't blame it on solely the director because obviously they're taking it from the manga. But it's very slow paced. The fights aren't good. There's no you don't want to root for the MC. There's nothing that makes you want to root for Takamichi. Nothing makes you want to be like, no,
So,
Takamichi can do this. He got this.
so basically, like you said, the story, the MC, the fighting.
Yeah, the
Now,
choreography for the fight's horrible.
now is this all throughout like every season, or has it always been like? Was there ever a chance where the season was actually hyped and then it just went down? Or has it always been like that from season one and so on?
I personally think, and all other people agree, but I can't speak for everyone. I think that it's just been flatlined. Like there are moments where you're like, oh crap, we're about to finally start getting serious, and because there's also time travel involved, something serious will happen, and then now you're back, and now that unserious thing doesn't even matter. So it's just there it lacks so much. And it really had the opportunity to be as great and as have people as receptive as they are to Windbreaker. But I think the time travel part really does mess it up a lot because anytime something good or like exciting does happen, you time travel back and now it doesn't even matter. Like it was all for naught. So that fight that was actually cool where someone could have died or someone could have changed sides or whatever the case is, it doesn't matter anymore. We're
So the
back to
time travel.
Takamichi crying.
So you think the time travel is unnecessary, or just made it more confusing?
It's not necessarily confusing or unnecessary because it's part of the story. He's trying to save somebody and then ends up wanting to save all of his friends as best as he can. But it ruins it in the sense of like taking away from parts that you would want to get excited for.
And do you think in like Tokyo and not Tokyo and Windbreaker just kind of like fixes all of that like in one season for y'all?
Absolutely. Because everything has meaning. Everything has a point. Every fight that's being fought isn't, you're not worried about, oh, well, the MC is, this fight's not going to matter. This fight is just here just to fill in. Like everything in Windbreaker feels purposeful and it doesn't feel forced. Like, whereas in Tokyo Revengers, a lot of it feels forced sometimes.
No, not to disagree with you, but to play devil's advocate though,
Hmm.
they have to be doing something right to be on the fourth season because if it doesn't now I'm not I probably should have known this answer by now because I watch so much anime. Don't animes get renewed for another season when they do well, when the previous season does well, or like
I think
like
so. I think it does well in the sense of like wanting to know what happens to specific characters. Like I think that's the only reason I've kept up with it. Like Mikey, who is the leader of the main gang that's in the story, he is a very complex character. And if he would have been the MC, I think it would have taken off the way that Windbreaker has.
mm,
So some of the story at one point really does revolve around Mikey. And that I think that's why it's done as well as it has and why it's gotten picked up. Um, But as soon as the manga ended and the ending that we got, everybody was like, "This is for nothing," and that's why the views have dropped for season. Halfway through season 3, the views dropped, and I think for season 4, we will see the same thing.
What do you think needs to happen for season 4 the cat? I mean, then you said you felt this way from season 1 and so on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think they need to do better in season 4 for it, the casual fans? Because I'm pretty sure the creators are all looking at Windbreaker is doing well right now, and they're saying Windbreaker is a better version of you guys right now. Like, what do they think they have to do in order to somewhat maybe compete with Windbreaker, or just to get the viewers back up in the audience when they're just interested in the story again?
I would say that the choreography of some of the fights would need to be executed better. I mean, it is under Disney now, so hopefully that'll be the case. Any of the fights that we have seen, like I said, were a lot of stop motion, which a lot of people do not like. It gets boring. I don't know if this will be more for other people because you didn't watch all of Attack on Titan, but there was a season of Attack on Titan where a lot of it was stop motion. And people were like, "What is this?" And then Mappa got a hold of it and has turned it into what it is visually. Um, so if they do that, I think it'll fix a lot. But I don't think there's much they could do because it has been very honest to the manga. And I also think changing the art style will be a little bit better. If for some reason the mangaka, their necks are getting longer, it's become like an ongoing joke of people drawing their necks 2 miles long.
Oh
Um,
God.
so that part I think is just a little odd. There's just they would have to change the direction a little bit. And once you do that, you're losing the original content. So
Mhm.
I think at this point, the people who are sticking around is because they're already here, they've already watched it, or they enjoy it. And I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum,
Yeah.
but I know for somebody like me who enjoys shonen and enjoys fights and character development,
So I can
you
already say
you
that.
lose it. You lose all of it. I think the time travel really did ruin a lot of it for people. I liked the aspect of the time travel. I just think it was poorly done in this anime, unfortunately. And in the manga, I think it was poorly done, and the MC sucks overall.
I'm not gonna lie, I like Windbreaker's drip better than what the guys wearing in Tokyo Revengers right there. I think I like the drip, but I do see a lot of people cosplaying as Tokyo Revengers. So I mean,
Because
don't
they're
get the
hard. They look hard. Those fits are hard. But I
Mm.
think this year we're gonna see a lot of people. I at least know of 6 people who are cosplaying either Sakura or somebody from Fudenhai. So I think that Windbreaker is going to be the new
I kind of want to.
Tokyo
I kind of want
Revengers.
to cosplay as him for DreamCon, but I feel as I'm going to order right now and might not arrive in time. So
Mm,
like I said, I got to figure out who my Sunday character is going to be because I don't think I'm going to be Terry anymore because the time and when it's going to arrive, I don't want to take that chance. But
mhm.
I do want to do a fighting game character, but I'm just like, do I want to on a Sunday? I don't know.
That's the
That's
thing. My whole Sunday thing though is ruined. I'm still gonna do my secret cosplay regardless, whether it be Friday or Saturday. But I I don't think I'm
I
gonna do
think it's
that for
funny.
Sunday.
I think it's funny how we both know our secret cosplays. Yeah, me and Lou have secret cosplays going on for DreamCon. My secret cosplay is going to be on Friday. I wanted to be on Saturday, but like I said, the Saturday is the JJK meetup. I'm going to be Naname for that day. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just be Naname on Saturday. Sunday, man, I know there's a Hunter x Hunter meetup too, but it's like that. Yeah, Sunday, I just have to be like a different character, maybe, or something
Yeah,
like that.
Sunday I might not. Last year I didn't cosplay on Sunday. I might not cosplay, or I'll do like a very chill, small little character cosplay on Sunday.
By the way, you should still try to go to that Trap House Sushi after party on Sunday. I'm just saying.
We'll see. We'll see. Lou outside. Lou is gonna be outside this year. I wasn't outside much last year, but I'll be outside
Yeah,
this
but
year.
Sunday, Trap House Sushi party was lit though. It was lit.
Is that for
I
tickets? You have to get tickets for that?
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. All right, I
Send me
already
the
bought
link.
mine.
Yeah, send me the link so I could buy.
Hopefully, it's still available right there.
Yeah, if it's still available. If not,
Because
off.
they have some other after party going on at 3:00.
Oh, is that
On
the boat
Sun.
one?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't do that.
I don't mind both, but it's like 3:00. The con is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
$50.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to be on a
Well,
boat.
well, the early prices were 25, but like 50, still 55. I went to New York Comic Con after party on a boat party. I paid $30. That was in New
That's what I'm
York of all
saying.
places. 50, even though it's late arrival, I'm not. It's already sold out, I believe. But it's like now, I don't want to hit on them. Like, have a good time. That's a good
Oh
have a good
yeah, of
time. Everything.
course.
But like from 3:00 to 7. First of all, I'm still at a fucking party. I'm still
That's
gonna
what I'm
be at DreamCon.
saying. I'm still gonna be at DreamCon at the time. Then
Yeah,
I'd have to leave DreamCon early, run and go change, then go. Like I'm not doing that.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm hating on the party, but like I want
Oh
them to
yeah,
have a
no, no,
good
no,
time.
no.
It's just the
Everyone has fun.
timing of it. Now
Exactly.
maybe they play devil's advocate. Maybe they didn't want to do that time. Maybe that's the only time they can actually do. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
because they might go to that trap house sushi party right after. Maybe
Yeah, exactly. So who knows how that's being
who
run,
knows?
but I will
But
not be on no boats.
I like boats. But before we go though, a little bit of anime news that happened. Well, the Suicide Squad Isekai started.
I
I
haven't
see two
started
episodes.
it yet. Is it good?
So far it's interesting. Like Clayface is definitely like he is my favorite character. Obviously, the star of the show is Harley
Harley.
Quinn. But yo, that Amanda Lawler in the outro, we see her dancing right there. It's
I've
pretty funny.
seen clips of it.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. But they announced Fire Force season 3.
Finally,
It comes out. It's
finally.
2 parts though. It's two
Mm-hmm.
parts.
2015 and 2026.
2020, yeah, and the last season too.
I'm excited. I
Yeah.
love Fire
I gotta
Force.
catch up because I was in the middle of season 2. Because until I found out when the premiere date is, I'll finish it. I might just wait a little bit longer before I finish up because I still got to finish Fairy Tale because I know the new season just started today. I still got to finish that. I've been loving Fairy Tale. I did not think I would love the anime, but I love it. I love Fairy Tale.
Really?
Yeah, like Aubrey was surprised I haven't watched it, but I'm like, I've seen it, but I just never thought I was interested about it. But when I watched it, I'm like, oh snap, like this is
Like, this
actually
is
really
nice.
like I understand it's funny, you can't take it seriously, but like I know it says corny, but I love the friendship they have for one another, how they're like a wait, have you seen Fairy Tale?
I've seen it. I stopped watching it after I think I got up to like episode 11 and I was like, whatever. Like I've
It's
seen
not
bits and pieces, but
it's
like it
not
just
for
doesn't.
everybody. It's an anime
Yeah.
that's not for everybody. I completely understand that. It's like trust me, I had no interest in seeing it, but like after watching it, I'm like, yo, I'm not, and like I lie too, the girls in the anime, they got some nice drip. Like Urza, she's
Oh
my favorite
yeah.
character. Urza got some amazing drip right there. Her
The
armor,
fits are great. I think the
yeah.
character design is amazing.
The character, like the characters in the guild are so cool. Like I get it's funny at times. I can't be taking it seriously, but like they have like it makes you proud to be in a guild.
Exactly.
It makes you proud to be in a guild, and I just really love and respect that. They also announced Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War season 3 in October.
I'll be
Finally,
excited for that.
finally, like I've been waiting to hear the date for that right there. But I'm not gonna lie, we've been eating good for anime this year. There's been a lot of good anime last year.
It's been
But
really even the spring season. This spring season, I had so much fun.
I am curious to know that for next year for the anime awards, are they gonna put JJK in it? Because you know how we talk about how like you know
Oh,
how
brother.
technically speaking, right? In their terms, it was the first person in season 2 that was winning the awards. They did nothing but the Shibuya arc. So I'm just saying, like,
I think they'll probably put it in. I don't think it'll win
it,
because it's
how,
always whatever's popular at that moment is what always wins.
yeah.
Like everybody was talking about JJK at that time. So of course
Yeah.
JJK was gonna go home with most of the awards. So I think whatever is popular, whatever is doing really well at the time, that's what's gonna win.
Okay, so like I said, just for today, we just talked about Windbreaker. Do you still want to talk about animes that we liked so far this year on another episode?
I said we could talk about some of them now. We still got what, like 20 minutes?
Well, when we have this stream right there, I don't want to like cut into your time for your streaming or into your collab.
No, we got like 20. I could do like 20 more minutes.
Okay,
I've got
all right,
my
all
list
right,
here.
all right. So then, okay, the animes that I've watched so far. Obviously, we talked about Windbreaker.
Mhm.
I'm currently still watching Go Go Loser Ranger. The
How
concept of
is
that is
that?
interesting. I mean, it's basically like The Boys, but in an anime version of it, right there.
Mhm.
Have you seen The Boys? Do you know about The Boys?
That's the one with the superheroes, but they're like not really
They're
superheroes.
like they're celebrities, pretty much. They're
Yeah.
celebrities, pretty much. Same thing with this. It's like they're like the evil Power Rangers, but like the fandom loves them, everybody like that. But like
Mhm.
they're the saves are not real. It's all choreographed and shit like
Yep.
that. Like they have slaves, which is pretty
Which
fucked
is
up.
crazy.
Which is very crazy right there. So I'm like, I'm 4 episodes in. I know they just stopped they just ended the first season. So like it's interesting. Not a whole lot has happened so far, but like it's an interesting concept. I gotta see like how it ends
Mhm.
for me to say, like, oh my god, I love this one right there. I've seen that Bushigiri I finished was like a few months ago. It's
Mhm.
funny. It's funny. I don't want to say I love it. It was funny. Like it was cool. It was cool, but like, I didn't really love it, but it was still cool to
It was still
see.
a good, yeah.
It was still good. I'm still watching Metallic Rogue. It's been okay so far. I gotta say how it ends because I
Mhm.
started it. I gotta finish it. I've seen that. I did not see Blue Exorcist yet because I haven't had time to watch it. I've
Yeah,
seen
I
the
haven't
first
had
two
time for it either.
seasons, but like I know the new season just ended like a few months ago. I still have to watch that. What else did I watch this year?
Did you watch Kaiju?
Yeah, oh yes, yeah. Oh my god, yes, yes.
Kaiju the Breaker was
Man,
hard.
first of all, I love that the main character is 32 years old. I can
Kafka!
relate to the guy. I
I
am
love
so
Kafka.
I'm home so happy. He is holding it down for us 30-year-olds right now, man. He is holding it down for us. We can relate to that guy. I'm
I
so
love
happy for him.
Kafka.
And oh my god, like yes, I love that anime, right? It was really, really, really good. I still have questions though because I don't know if this is important, but I feel that it is.
Mhm.
See, you call up, right? You see the first season.
Yep, I finished and I read the manga. Per
I still,
usual.
yeah, I know. I still have questions about that kaiju that went. Excuse my words. That went inside Kafka because he said found you, and I'm like, there's a
Yeah,
reason he was. You were looking for this guy. So what's the reason why you chose him? Like, I
exactly.
understand the
What
first.
is special about Kafka that they were like, we
Yes,
need Kafka?
there's a reason why you chose him. So like, I don't say you're not gonna get that answered in the first season, but like, there's a reason why you chose him. There's a
Hmm.
reason why. But then how at the end of the first season, how you see that one kaiju, he's learning and adapting right now. He's playing chess. Like,
Which is so interesting to see,
yeah,
like a kaiju trying to learn to destroy. Usually, you would think that the kaiju are just mindless. They're animals. They're
yes,
just attacking to attack. But seeing that he's learning to attack and learning, like, oh, that part is so cool.
it was really good. Hold on, wasn't quite sure. Say something further about
No, you're good.
what's another one? That was good. Uh,
I've watched. I don't know if you've watched it. I was reincarnated as the seventh prince, so I could take my time perfecting my magical ability.
I thought you were gonna talk about I thought you were gonna talk about season 3 of Reincarnate Slime right there. I thought you were
Oh
gonna
no,
mention
no,
that.
but that one is so good. A lot of people have been like a little iffy and weary of it because of the EMC's design. Um, because it's essentially a child. It's a young boy, but for some reason they kind of drew him as a girl. But I think that it's such a fun watch. It's been so funny. It's been interesting. The fights have been amazing. I love that one. I've also watched, where is it here on my
How is
list?
how is Spice and Wolf?
I haven't finished it yet, but so far I like it. I've really enjoyed it. What else did I watch? I watched Vampire Dormitory, 2000 Shoujo Girlies. Let's speak.
What
Let's
is all about?
speak.
I've
Slime has always
seen
been good.
I've seen the first season. I liked it. I do think the guy is OP.
Oh yeah, he's definitely OP.
I
But
mean,
it's still a good. It's a really good story
so I
nonetheless.
heard season 3 is kind of slow though.
I'm halfway through season 3. I honestly enjoyed it. I think it's been really really well done. It is slower paced than what we're used to, but it does go along with the story really well.
We've already talked about Demon Slayer. How honestly, to me, the Hashira Chain Art, it shows to me how far Tanjiro has come throughout all of his battles and on all his training.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the training, he was like sudden these dudes right there. Like he was he was like
Woo! Shoujo Girlies!
he was like, "Yo, I've been battling these top tier demons, man. I'm ahead of you guys right there." So like,
Mm-hmm.
I did like that. But I did like towards the end, Zen was like, he's ready now. He is ready to actually like not be a bitch anymore and actually fight right there. Learning
Yeah,
more about some of the other Hashiras that we didn't really know about.
which is
The
really nice.
the blind guy, like his story was sad. Like his story was sad, very very
We're in
sad.
for a lot of pain during these movies. We are in for some
Oh yeah,
pain.
I am ready. Like it, the way how it ended, I'm like, yo, I'm ready. Like, and it's I think it's next year. Like, it's gonna be 3 movies. Does it come out
Yep,
next year? At least the
3
first one.
movies next year. But one thing that came
Oh wait,
out is that
all three next year.
all 3 are supposed to come out next year. But one thing that was interesting that they're saying is that it's not gonna end with the movies.
Wasn't that there? Wasn't that the original plan though?
Apparently not. Apparently that there's one. I'm not going to ruin it, but there's one last big battle that's supposed to happen, and I think it not being in like theatric release, I think will be really good for Demon Slayer. It might be a little bit of a money grab doing it that way, but I think that
Oh,
it'll
most
keep the
likely.
hype up. But I'm excited for it to go that way.
But, man, you know it's crazy. I mean, well, you have My Hero Academia going on right now too.
Mm-hmm.
Demon Slayer's impact on such a short amount of time right now, it's been really crazy because I'm surprised kids are watching this, even though this shit is like bloody. Like
Yeah,
you're decapiting, you're beheading people right there. Like I don't know how your kids are watching this, but it's like like man, just I would say, well, maybe not My Hero. Oh, no, we did talk about how Mario Damon changed the game in terms of the cosplay world.
mm-hmm.
I want to say Demon Slayer is right up there with them. Like the impact that Demon Slayer has had. Like I think Demon Slayer, My Hero, JJK, they've all had impacts for different reasons, different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Demon Slayer, I just feel still has like a lot of kids, especially with the like cosplay and Nezuko and everything like that. The cosplay trip for Demon Slayer has been like
Hard,
crazy
hard.
because JJK, not everybody, but like most of the characters is regular clothes. You can easily
Mm-hmm.
cosplay those guys, but like Demon Slayer's cosplay, not granted, some of them are pretty easy as well too. But like the trip that they have been doing for the past years, like
Crazy.
and think about this too. They don't have that many seasons when you really think about it. They don't have that many seasons, but yet like
They don't,
the
but it's
impact
still up there.
it's it's right up there. Like it's hard for me to explain it, but like I haven't. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but like out. Just from what I've seen so far, it's like I have not seen anime like. Yeah, see it.
Mhm.
It's just hard to
The
explain it
thing
right
is
now.
that Demon Slayer hits all the tropes that you want to see. You get the action, you get those little hints at romance, you get the funny
Animation
parts.
is beautiful.
The way
Like
that they mix CGI with actual drawing
yeah.
is so
Oh my
beautiful.
god, the CGI when they zoom in, like when they were all falling, that CGI camera movement right there
Oh,
was really really good.
a kiss to the director because
Yeah.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It exceeded my expectations because like I said, I've read the manga and reading it. I remember being at the edge of my seat, but watching it, I got goosebumps. I was like, "This is a show. This is anime."
And the thing about it, they release a new season every year. Now, granted,
Mhm.
after 2019, it took us 2 years to get the Mugen Train because of COVID. Right there, had it not
Yeah,
been for COVID, we
we
probably
would have
would have gotten
gotten it
that movie a lot sooner. But like after the train arc, we got an entertainment arc next year, Swordsmith arc next year, Hydra Train, and now next year you're gonna give us all three of those movies. Like that's crazy. And here's the thing. I
They've
understand
already
the
done the
Hydra.
voice acting for it though. They've been working on it already because the voice acting is already done for the first movie.
I mean, they are quick with that. They are pretty quick with that, honestly. They are very, very quick with that. And I'm just surprised at how well it's done in this short amount of time that we've been having Demon Slayer. Because like it's only technically one, two. Well, this is the fourth scene, but it was kind of more like it's a fourth scene, but it kind of seemed like more like an appetizer in a
Mm-hmm.
way. Even though it was very short, it was still a nice arc though. Like it
Oh,
might not be it might
it
not be
was
the arc that you
great.
that you like. Well, I don't know what your expectations were. It was a training arc, so
I was
like
scared, honestly, because in the manga, these are some of like the shorter chapters. And there's not when they said that they were gonna make this into a whole season, I was like, they're gonna ruin Demon Slayer. Like
oh
all the
really?
hype is gonna die down with this. But a lot of it was anime only content, but it was done so perfectly and like it's going to add into those emotion it's tied all those emotional strings that I think the manga did lack a little bit. It's tied them all off and is ready to go into the next couple chapters.
Really? God, stim that everywhere right there. It's doing the fuck out of me. But yeah, so yeah, we got Demon Slayer. My Hero Academia is out right now, season
Mhm.
7. I can't believe we're on season 7 of that anime right now.
Part two comes out in a couple of weeks now, which is
Yes.
super exciting. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
we're in for a lot. We're in for
We're
a
for a lot.
ride.
But also, do you see that one trailer for that one anime? I think we talked about this on the animes we were looking forward to. Oh no, Solo 11. Solo 11 came out this year as well. That was, anime came out
Mm,
in January. Um,
I didn't
I
care
me
for it.
so me and Ralph did a discussion on that, and I was
Mhm.
saying to him, I can't really rate it because this first season was like an appetizer. It was
Mm,
getting to know who Judah who is. Like it was so much that there were so many questions. It was basically just centered on him right there. I
mhm.
feel so the real story begins the next season. Like
I I just think it was just I read the manhwa because
yeah,
I read a lot of manhwas. And I thought that the manhwa was at one point I just kind of got tired of it. I did finish it, just to finish it, but I
he's
just
too
don't think
strong.
that it should have been animated. Honestly, I think that that's why a lot of people are like, we're still missing some stuff, and
Oh,
you're not going
they're
to
made.
get some of those questions answered.
I think the first one was just meant like more like the appetizer. I can't really rate it
I
because
don't
it's
think
like
a first season should leave you like that, though. I think a first season should at least feel like fulfilling, and I feel like solo leveling does not leave anybody feeling fulfilled at all.
I was fulfilled when he killed those guys. I was
Uh,
fulfilled when he killed those guys. I was fulfilled on that part right there because like he's shown how the world really is how the world really works. But like I want to know about the other characters. Like
mhm.
yeah, like you said, there was a lot of questions I had. Like why did the system chose him? What's the system objective? Because there's got more to it right there. Like it just doesn't make any sense. But I feel as though Homeboy is too strong. Like there's been many times that he should have died.
No,
So I'm like, you should
honestly.
be dead right now, bro. Like, how are you still alive? So I think the animation is really cool though. Like the
Oh,
fights
the
are cool,
animation's great.
but it's like he should die. Uh Ninja Kamui was good. Well, okay, no. Ninja Kamui, it started off good, but when it went to that stupid robot armor with the fucking CGI, that's when it died.
That's where I
That
stopped watching. Honestly, I have to finish it. I'm not gonna lie, I
that's
have to
me.
finish it.
Oh, because the first couple episodes, like basic story, revenge story, I get it, but like the fights, the blood, like I'm like, oh my god, this is fire right now. Even the music, the characters are so dope. As like towards the end, I'm like, why do you go with this stupid ninja CGI armor shit? And now here's the thing:
literally.
they announced season 2, and I'm like, well, two things. What's the story going to be about? Because it was a revenge story. Like, what more can you do after that? And I'm like, yo, this seems like a one and done series. Like, I don't see how you can make a season 2. Now, I don't know if maybe due to their budget, maybe they had to go with that CGI shit. I don't know. But maybe season 2 can possibly make up for how season 1 ended with that ugly CGI shit. But it's like, my thing is, like I said, what's the story going to be about? He already got his revenge, but what more can you add to the story?
Exactly. I don't know. I'm gonna finish it because I started it, but I'm in no rush to be completely honest. I'm in no rush.
It's the first half is good, and so it gets to the end. It's just like, and I just hate when an anime or a show starts off good. You're like, oh my god, we get something, and then towards the end, I'm like, the hell is this?
And you're like, oh, okay, cool, I guess.
I spent my time, just wasting my time on this shit right there. Like, come on, man. Like, I was so mad. I was so mad with that shit right there. By the way, fuck that guy. That it's so funny with that video, but fuck that guy. That guy's a dickhead.
Heavy on fuck him.
Yeah. Oh, you know about that guy too?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've had enough of the incels arguing with me on Twitter. So.
Oh, really?
Incels argue with me on Twitter all the time.
Wait! You argue with people on Twitter?
No, I don't. They argue with themselves in my comments.
Oh my god! I
usually the only response I give is "Don't at me, loser," and then they'll start arguing by themselves for 20 minutes, and I'm like, imagine typing all of this and not getting a response. Loser.
For real, man. For real. But like I said, Ochinoka just started season 2 just now.
Oh, it started already?
It just started, yeah.
Gotta start that. I'm excited.
Fly right there. But yeah, I mean, and I think towards the end we still got that one anime where this one girl and a guy, one doesn't believe in ghosts, one doesn't believe in aliens. I can't wait for that one. That one looks to be really, really good. Because I was looking forward to that, to reading, animes of this coming year right there. So yeah, man, it been good this year. I've been satisfied.
Yeah, I think we've had a really good year. Shoujo has done really well. Vampire Dormitories, great. It's a great early 2000 vibe with vampires, a male maid cafe, a guy who is actually a girl. Like, it's hitting all those early 2000 tropes. We had the first Omega Verse BL come out, which was Tadaima Okairi, which was really, really good. That ended a couple days ago. No, last week it ended. Getting Married to My Elf Bride. Beautiful, beautiful story. A lot of funny moments. Strong magic guy. Like, I think it's been a really good year for the shoujo girlies. I think the shoujo girlies have been eating very, very well. What else was out?
Black Butler Treating You.
Some really, really good love stories out. And the only one I didn't like from my list that I was really excited about was Bartender Glass of God. Animation is beautiful. The storyline is boring. It sucks. And I wish I liked it. But, you win some, you lose some.
Wait, how's Black Butler Treating You?
Oh, I loved it. And I'm so excited because they announced next season.
Oh, it's over already?
Yeah.
When did it start?
Maybe like a month and some change ago.
How many episodes did it have this year?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I can open it because I have this open here. I think I have it open here.
Let's see what I watched.
It has. Let me see. 11 episodes. So we have one more episode. I lied.
Okay, but I'm like, it did because it started in the springtime, so it got to still be premiering right now.
Yeah, no, it's we got one more episode. We just finished episode 11.
Okay, so I need to watch. One thing that I had on my list was use magic in the wrong world or some shit like that.
Oh, that's on my list. I'm excited to finish that one too.
Yeah, the wrong way to use healing magic. Okay, the wrong way to use healing magic. I also want to see, yeah, Moonlit Fantasy. I want to watch that. Bone Ghost Stray Dogs looks pretty cool. Shangri-La Frontier looks pretty good. Yeah, still got a lot. Still got a lot to watch for this year right now. But let's
Same.
we've been eating good though. We've been eating good. We've been eating good.
Mhm.
Yeah, by the way, I like the post that Zaf posted.
He's always making the most ridiculous posters, and I laughed when he sent it to me. I thought it was so funny.
Oh my god. That is funny right there. That's funny. That's pretty cool of them to do. Oh wait, private chat. What the fuck? Yeah, duh. Like he just said that. I know we got Rob. Like that's why. That's why
I
I
know,
said,
but
yo.
I didn't want to say it on. I didn't want to say it on here to make it
Oh,
seem
no.
like I'm not interested. That's
No,
why I was like,
I
we do
got
it in a
it.
private chat.
I wanted to get in time for your stream right there. I'm like, yeah, like that's like, are you sure you want me to talk a little bit longer? Because I want to get you ready for your stream right there. So I try to warn you and shit like that.
I know.
But,
That's what I said. 20 minutes. I was like, okay, well, now I gotta start getting ready for the next one.
Right there. But yes, this is gonna be it for the podcast right now because Lou gotta get ready to go ahead and stream with guys night. Stays at 7:30.
Yes, but I
How
gotta
long do
leave
you
before the.
how long do you
That's what I
plan on
was like.
streaming it for? Because like I was gonna see if I can tune in, but like I'm gonna be streaming myself though. So it's like I don't know.
Okay,
I'm Zenless Zones here right now. It's just been,
taking over for you.
it's been taking over for me right now. Plus I gotta edit some other shit as well too. But I don't know if you want to try to do another podcast before we go to DreamCon or anything like that, or
I think we should. I think we should do like something about DreamCon. We could talk about our experience last year and what we'd like to see, what we're excited to see again.
okay. Let's do that. Okay, so should we do the Sunday the week of DreamCon, maybe on the 21st, maybe?
Yeah, I think that'd make more sense.
Yes. Good shit. Good. Let's share right there. But we're gonna wrap up right now. I'm hungry as hell too. But be sure to tune in to Guys Night on Twitch for the watch Slew again. I'll be streaming as well. So it's like I'm gonna try to. Here's what I'll do. I'll be streaming, but I'll have my phone on and look at their shit going on as well too. So I'm gonna stream my shit and watch their shit.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm not probably gonna have the volume down though. I'm just gonna be watching. I'm just gonna be as a viewer right there and just watch right there. And just right there. But those guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, give us a like, comment, subscribe, or else Lou's gonna fucking find you on your bed and grab your toes and some shit like that, which is kind of weird.
Exactly. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to Knuckles' podcast. He is so funny. Watch him on Twitch.
I am not funny.
Up when he is on Twitch. I crack up all the time. Make sure you guys comment, share, like, subscribe. If you don't, I will be like a yokai at the end of your bed with my wig turned, pulling on your toes.
You see this shit?
All right, that kids right now. I don't want y'all to go. I don't want y'all to go to bed fearful for your life right there. But we'll see y'all the next year right there. Follow on her Twitch right now. Her Twitch channel's in the description box below. But anyways, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all later. And see y'all both.
Woo!
So, again, have a good night. See y'all.